This is for Mathematical Methods Year 12. It's the 2018 Chapter 1, Chapter 3 topic test question number 5. Okay, we have this transformation defined by t. We have some multiplication and we have some translation. Describe the sequences defined in t. Okay, so I've been given information down this column because I've been given the transformation matrix. The transformation matrix sits, you read it as you see it. So if I've got a 1 there, that means that I translate a unit to the right. If I've got a negative 1 down there, it means I translate down. If I've got a 2 there, there's the A there, it means I do a dilation factor of that value from the y-axis. So that 2 is a dilation factor of 2 from the y-axis. Because 2 multiplies the x value gets multiplied by 2, therefore it gets dilated away from the y-axis. The dilation by a factor of 3 from the x-axis, which is what that 3 is, a reflection over the x-axis, because as x is negative on the x, therefore it's a reflection about the y-axis. And if the negative is on the y, it's a reflection about the x-axis. I'm going to translate right 1 unit, I'm going to translate down 1 unit, which is how I read it when I've got it in transformation mode. 0.11, I can do two things. I can say I've got 1, 1, dilate away from the y-axis by a factor of 2. It now goes to 2, 1. Dilation by a factor of 3. It now goes to 2, 3. Reflect over the x. It now goes to 2, negative 3. To the right 1. It now goes to 3, negative 3. And down 1. It now goes to 3, negative 4. And that will be where 1, 1 goes to. Or alternatively, I know that 2, 0, 0, negative 3 times xy plus 1, negative 1, and if I make that 1 and 1, then the new image of xy will equal that, which will be 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4, 3, negative 4 is where I expect 1, 1 to go to. And state the equation of this image transformed by t. Okay, so I know that x dash y dash will equal 2, 0, 0, negative 3 times xy plus 1, negative 1. Therefore x dash will equal 2x plus 1 and y dash will equal minus 3y minus 1. Rearranging for x, I've got x dash minus 1 over 2. And rearranging for y, I've got y dash plus 1 over negative 3. So, what's going to happen is I started out with y equals 2 over x minus 2 plus 1. And that's going to become y dash plus 1 over negative 3 equals 2 over x minus 1 over 2 minus 2 plus 1. So I've replaced y with what y is, and I replaced x with what x is. When I clean that up, I've got y plus 1 equals the negative 3 will multiply to give minus 6 over minus 3. Because that negative 3 multiplies the 2, it also multiplies the 1. And here I'll have x minus 1 minus 4 all over 2. So y will equal negative 6 over x minus 5 over 2 minus 4, because the negative 1 moves over and subtracts from the negative 3. So y will equal that 2 when you flip the bottom fraction, we'll go to the top and multiply that to give as being the equation of the new hyperbola.